prophet among us, what happened? There is no vision, we perish. So, if we decided to put the spirit of prophecy aside, what will happen to us? Because the spirit of prophecy was given by the last prophet for what? For the guidance of his people. We have the Bible and the spirit of prophecy. Regardless what the rest of the world said, but the Bible and the spirit of prophecy, this is what God gave us to lead us to the promised land, to the heavenly kingdom. He said that may run, those that run to and fro may do what? Reading. So those of us, regardless which corner exactly, and so he said those that run to and fro may read those prophecy and keep it. Let's go further. This is a reason we saw that last week. He said in Daniel chapter 12, verse 4, he says clearly, seal the vision, it wasn't for your time, and so on and so forth. But when the time is right, so what the Lord says, seal it not, because we are at the end of the time. So everything that was given to Daniel, which was sealed in the book of Daniel, but God revealed that to us by the prophet John. He revealed everything, every details. Those that were studying the Sabbath school this morning, there's certain thing that is not in the Sabbath school. That is what you call it, the introduction. They want you to go back to read more because there is not enough space to put everything. Every details and those prophecy, every word means something. Means something. So all those words need to take a heart, take into consideration. Even in, I like in the beast that they said the leopard was limping on one side. There is a meaning for that. So if you, when you study the prophecy, don't try to just cover the race, but just go step by step, little by little, and God will bring you to the promised land. And like I said, the Lord said in Revelation chapter 22, verse 10, He said unto me, that is John speaking, seal not the saying of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand. So that repeated twice, at least I remember, in the book of Revelation. And chapter 1, verse 3, and chapter 20, God said, seal not, because we are living in time of prophecy. In order for us to consider what we have in our hand, this is the precious book that we have. It's precious because a lot of people died in the Old Testament, in the old time, in order for them opportunity to write that down, pass it down to us, unto us. A lot of people. You know the history of the fourth beast, which is war. Killing, destroying, abusing, sometimes a whole family. So right now we are playing with the word because in one house you may have 10 Bibles. But back then, for a page, for a small portions, people have to die. People have to expose themselves to pass that one section into another person. Spirit of prophecy says in Faithfully by page 345, paragraph 4 says, let us give more time unto the study of the Bible. Let us give more time to the study of the Bible, or we do not understand the word as we should. What happened? We do not understand the word as we should. The book of Revelation opened with an injunction to us to understand the instruction that is contained. So the book of Revelation is open to us, and with the what injunction? With the injunction of what? To understand the instruction that when we understand this book means to us, what this book means to us, and there will be seen among us a great revival. What happened? He said, when we understand the meaning of the book of Revelation, the meaning of the book of Daniel, the meaning of the book of Hebrews. Daniel is a prophecy. Hebrews is the book of transitioning. This is the only place in the Bible tells us when Jesus passed from holy to the most holy place and what Jesus is doing. That is Hebrews. But the book of Revelation is a revelation revealing what Christ is doing, every details, and where we are also in this stage of action. History will repeat itself. What Rome used to be, this is what United States will be. Regardless whether we like it or not. And in all the puzzle being, put to their places. Because he will try to control the whole world. And the fourth beast, why do you think even all those difficulties and the image, the beast, God didn't give that beast wings? Why? Because if Rome had the wings the way they were, the whole earth will be under their domination. So that is the only reason God said, okay, you already too strong. I cannot give you wings. But even though they did not give Rome wings, but what happened? He threw the water behind that woman. That is the next study. But what I want you to understand is the meaning, why we are here, why we have to study the book of Daniel, why we have to study the book of Revelation. And God put a blessing into it. God put a blessing. He said, blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the word of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. So repeat it over and over. And God put a blessing. It's like the fourth commandment, the fifth commandment. There is a blessing for those that keep the commandment of God and have the faith of Jesus Christ. There is a blessing for children to respect, to care for their parents. Nathaniel, stay with me. So there is a blessing. So you have to stay with me because I will ask you to help me in the reading. So they said there is a connection. So the same way the parents on earth want to their children and to obey, to respect, to care for them, is the same way the parent that in heaven want us as a creator, as a father, as a redeemer. He wants us to obey and respect him. There is no way out. If you love me, keep my commandments. But in Revelation, in chapter 2, verse 24, this morning, we learned something. So today we said that the focus of the study or the topic is the rest of Thyatira. Who are the rest, the remaining? Now the term rest is used in the Bible as the remaining, the leftover. So who are the rest of Thyatira? The Bible tells us in Revelation chapter 2 verse 24, but unto you I say, and unto the rest in Thyatira, as many as have not this doctrine. So we're talking about what kind of doctrine? And which have not known the depths of Satan as they speak. So when we speak, we're supposed to say the truth, not the depths of Satan. Not speak like the enemy. But I will put upon you none other burden. So we need to understand why at that specific time he said we will not put the other burden upon them too as well. Because it was a time of persecution, tribulation, problem, killing left and right. Remember the fourth beast, he has iron teeth. Thank you. The iron teeth wasn't there just for the smile, for him to smile with the rest of them. It was there to quash, smash the people, and then after that, even though you are on the ground, lay down, dead body, but his stand on you, on the remaining, his temple upon them. No one was able to save those people. But God gave God gave him victory for a period of time. It was for 1,260 days. Repeated in the book of Daniel, repeated 3 times in the book of Revelation. So that is the reason why God, the prophetess tells us, the spirit of prophecy tells us, to consider to read Daniel and Revelation together. And don't skip Hebrews. So there is a lot of information given here. God speaks with a specific people in Taratara. You imagine too, if in a period of time, God always have a few, a remnant that will listen to him. That is the history of the human race since the time of Adam and Eve. After Adam and Eve fall, so what happened? When you come to Cain and Abel, one brother listened, the other one decided not to. And then the flood came, so what happened? How many families saved? Only one family. So you imagine that always God is not working or looking for quantity, but he's looking for what? Quality. That is the most important. It's quality, it's the character. The character that we are developing is the one that will take us to heaven. So in order for us to understand where we are, so what is the depths of Satan is, let's go to Revelation chapter 2. And now we'll consider verse 20 to 23. You need this. Revelation chapter 2. Anybody can read from. Go ahead. So give me a main voice. Yes. Would you please stand?
Is it charged?
You said 20, verse 23?
Chapter 2, verses 20 to 23. Thank you. So now God is speaking to the people in the time of Taratara. So since Nathaniel has different version, let me go to that. In verse 20, he said, notwithstanding, I have a few things against thee. God said he has a few things against the people in Taratara. Now the few things he has is